such as Tyson Fury.
So at some point, you'd be open to a super fight. Those are mega fights that make a lot of money.
Absolutely, I'm open to that. Remember, boxing was my primary dream, and I still have the fire, the dream inside me, and I believe that at some point I'm gonna make a step.
Wow. Those are the words of Francis Ngannou as he calls out Tyson Fury for a potential future fight. He said that he would not like to fight Mike Tyson, but he would love to fight someone like Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. And what do I think about that? I think that Francis Ngannou is a very talented fighter, very powerful fighter, in his own platform. Okay. And he knocked out Stipe rather. And he's been known to do these type of things when it comes to the sport. I remember him being trained or mentored by Teddy Atlas, and Teddy Atlas was showing him, a thing or two about a thing or two. And he looked very interested in learning. Okay. Now, how much could he learn? Who knows? But him fighting someone like Tyson Fury, yes, it would generate a lot of money. Depends on how his career goes. Depends on what Tyson Fury does with the Anthony Joshua clash. And if that fight could go to that level, it would. Okay. It has the potential because Francis Ngannou is well known. On top of him coming to the sport of boxing, the respect for Mike. He doesn't want to fight Mike Tyson, but Tyson Fury is on a lot of people's radar. Okay. Two big guys like that. I would like to see it because it would be no different at this point than Floyd taking on Conor. Okay. You guys remember that, and that made more money supposedly than Maypac. So, that should tell you something all by itself. And, Francis Ngannou, 6'4", big guy, 263. You got Tyson Fury. His last fight, he was 273. So, it's one of those things where I think a crossover would be the thing to do. And a lot of people follow Floyd and follow his lead. And I think Tyson Fury, if he beat Anthony Joshua, I think he would do something like that. He was on the Wrestling Federation, right? Because I don't watch wrestling, but I believe it's a WWF. But since he was on that platform, I don't see why he wouldn't do anything like that. But it would be with boxing gloves, of course. It wouldn't be with in the cage. No, not Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury, he has been in the cage before. He has trained before. So maybe he'll do a fight at boxing, and then maybe he'll turn around and, fight on going on in the cage, with those small gloves on. But, it seems interesting because, you have now UFC fighters coming from that platform wanting to fight boxers, which is a good thing because what it's doing is just showing boxing is still that much relevant, okay, that much adored and admired as a sport, okay, regardless of over here in the US of A, everybody's becoming a UFC fighter, or joining the NFL, they still acknowledge boxing as what it is. But how do I feel about it? Tyson Fury outbox him easily. He just stays on the outside, avoids the large hooks, and boxes his way to victory. I don't see him trying to knock someone out like that because that's very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous fighting someone like that because, Francis, he's a gentle giant, as you can tell, as you can hear him speak and stuff like that, but he will knock your head off. So don't play with that man. But I think Tyson Fury will have easy work with Francis Ngannou. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Francis Ngannou calling out Tyson Fury for a future bout. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.